All right, Adam. So I think, from an outside observer, it might be easy for them to say, God, was that intensity there? From your perspective, did it come and go, or was it?
Look, for whatever reason out here on this trip, for the first 10 minutes of both games, we didn't really look ourselves. So we had to get back to the physicality. Again, I think they're a really good team. They got a lot of weapons. I know what their record is. They're at home. They play much better at home. I think we had to do a great job of taking away their three. So they got a couple more drives in the first half than we would have liked. We were a little bit of miscommunication, but holding them 2 for 15 was a huge key for us from three.
Was there maybe not a halftime speech, but a halftime emphasis because you did make that run to start the second half?
Yeah, I mean, the main message was be Temple basketball. We got to get back to being us, and I thought we all needed to calm down. Right? We went through some adversity. We fought all the way back. You're down 10 again. We had just been there earlier in the week. We just got to calm down a little bit, do what we do. Probably not as nicely said as this, but great response. When you got older guys that can lead you, it's so important to have them, and I think they hold guys accountable. I thought we got off to a great start.
Yeah, you mentioned drives. There will probably seem like more just straight line drives given up in the first part of that game that we've seen all season.
Yeah, again, they were a little disappointed in that. Our gap help was a little off. I think they were a little bit worried about some of their shooters. You got guys that most of their shot attempts have been from three, and I thought that's where they really hurt you when they make threes, especially at home. And we saw it here last year. They made a blizzard of threes, or however you want to say it, to start. So, but we'll get back to it. We had a little bit of a light practice yesterday. We're a little bit nicked up, so I think the more we keep working on that, the better we'll get at it.
How about the matchup with NJ 24? I mean, he's not a three-point threat, but
he's a great
he's
player.
a handful when he gets in there.
He is. I thought him and his brother both played great. I know the family really well. We got to coach Keba at Penn State, so we've known them a long time. I think Babacar is just getting better and better. I mean, 10 of 18, 25 points, 10 rebounds. He played really well. He's a great shot blocker. I thought he had a great game tonight.
At the end, I don't know if it was, or even thought, Baba for you was defending him because they went small with him sort of at the 5, and there were times late in the game, I don't know if he tipped it away, maybe it wasn't him, maybe it was Nunez. He got a tip away, he got defensively.
Jemiah was giving us great minutes in the second half. And then towards the end of that game, Baba was in a stance. He was low, he was active. And I thought his activity in the last minute 20 was huge. And he won one of our Temple Tough gloves today for that stance he had at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think he even denied a three, just won't let the guard space.
And great credit to the staff. They did a great job scouting them. They went to run a play at the end of the game that we knew was coming. We switched out, we took away the three, and it took them a while to even get a shot off. So great credit to those guys.
Gavin, you had to play a long ways there with 4 fouls. You were, I think, there might have been one time you put switch in maybe for a defensive possession, but you were just going to.
Yeah, we ended up getting a stop. I think it was right before the media, maybe, where we had an offensive possession. He was a little nicked up. Didn't really do anything after the last game. Went through some yesterday. Great credit to our training staff. He probably had 5, 6, 7 rounds of treatment so that he could be able to go today.
How about on the offensive side? So your perspective on the good and the bad today?
Look, I think we're early in games, we're turning the ball over a little too much. I don't know how many we had in the second half. I think we had 5 or 6 at halftime, which led to 10 points. So when you hold a team to 33 and 10 of them are coming off your turnovers, you got to be better there. I thought it was a really physical game. I think we got to look. When you miss shots and you shoot the percentages we've shot, we haven't shot well out here in Texas. And to come back and get 2 wins with the way we shot the ball, we'll take it. Again, Gavin starts 1 for 7. First time to play UTSA. Tonight he didn't shoot it great, but he was rebounding, he was in the gap, and he's got great trust amongst his teammates.
It was an unusual number of sort of just wrestling the ball away from Jordan or from Aiden a couple times.
We just got to be a little bit stronger with the ball, and again, I'm putting the ball in their hands a lot. I'm playing them a lot of minutes, so it's on me. Some of their turnovers are me, and I try to help them through, and I told them about it. So, but I'm proud of those guys. I think when we needed it, they thought they did a really good job of getting the plays in what we call red zone to win the game.
Is this also? Do you see this? I saw ECU won yesterday. It strikes me that ECU and UTSA, given the new tournament format, we're in mid-January, and you're going to run into teams. They're playing for their season now, almost in a sense, almost like it, right? Because they're not.
Yeah, I just think the league's really deep. There's certain teams I haven't really seen a ton, right? Just based on the schedule. You've got these guys twice. Our next opponent, we've already played Charlotte. It was a great team. I think they're first or second place, 5-2. I think the league is really deep, and we've told our guys, like, you got to protect home court. We got to get back to that, playing really well at home, and then you got to go on the road to be able to get some. So I'm proud of our guys. I think it's our third road win on 4 attempts, but we just got to keep getting better. It's one game at a time. Our focus is take care of our bodies on this flight, getting back and getting ready for Wednesday night.
Yeah, and do you know, I mean, Charlotte has won 5 out of 6 in the league since that opening game. I'm sure you probably caught them, maybe if it was them playing the other team, or?
Yeah, I think Coach Fern does an amazing job. They run great action. When we left that game, obviously our first league game, we told the staff, everybody, I thought they were really, really good. I think they had a lot of depth, and I think they were trying to figure out maybe some rotations, but we left there being like, that's a really good team. They're super talented.
All right.
Thanks.